This new interview is ruining Master P's life. Master P did a new interview to promote some new products he got. And because of what he said during this interview, it had the opposite effect. It's actually going to stop sales, not boost sales. He's currently public enemy #1 on Black Twitter, and it doesn't look like there's an end in there. People are really turned off by Master P. And if going through being canceled isn't bad enough for Master P, the people who are defending Master P is making it worse for him. Like, Master P is already suffering enough. He don't need Officer Tatum doing a 15 to 20 minute video defending him. That's actually making it worse than it's helping.
Somebody look like us say, hey, how come we don't own our own tennis shoe? When Nike started out of their garage. Like, Phil Knight started out of his garage. And I tell people all the time, look, it's not about a color. Like, think about it. Even though when I help Black-owned business, I'm doing that because we at the bottom of the totem pole. But we want to create product for everybody. This product is for everybody, Blacks, white, Asian, Latino. But it don't have too many Black-owned companies. Like, show me how many Black-owned tennis shoe companies out there that's making functional shoes that actually own it. It's not that many. It's a problem.
Yeah.
So when I find a problem, you know, my passion get like, I need to do this. I got to show the world. In the food industry, I realized that we didn't have enough healthy alternative foods for us. So I found a problem. I created Miller Family Food. I said, well, you know, I got to make healthy alternative food, snacks, everything.
Is that based out of New Orleans?
Yes.
Okay.
This is not exactly what Master P is being canceled for, even though this is still a tad bit problematic. Now, I'm not somebody who is going to shame anybody for creating a product and selling a product at whatever price they want to sell it for. My only problem with like entrepreneurs and capitalists, like let's say Master P or Jay-Z, is they are obsessed with making a for-profit idea for the community. Like, they would have a product, and this product is only benefiting them in their pockets, but they will find a way to make this about the community. It's for us. No, when the only people benefiting is them in their pockets. So, like, that's my issue with this. Like, for example, when Master P dropped, like, a sugary cereal. Like, he's in this interview talking about how he wants healthy alternatives and it's for the community. But when he dropped the sugary cereal, people gave him backlash, and the first thing he said was, the white man's cereal got sugar, why can't Maz? Right? So, like, he doesn't care about healthy alternatives. He cares about creating product that people like for his pockets, and that's completely fine. Just keep the community talk from out of it. That's just my perspective, though.
Yes, and so I was inspired by going to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And, you know, in the Black Wall Street, 1920, what happened to our people, and it's like you had so many successful, rich Black people, and it was burned down. But I met this guy that owned a grocery store called Oasis.
Yeah, A.J. Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put my food in your grocery store, and I'm going to support you. We support all these other companies, but why not support Oasis and A.J.?
He's doing good stuff in the community, and what you know about that store, as I've been down there, is that the predominantly of that area that's white is poor individuals, who, you know, and so I love the work that he's doing. But when you think about, again, being yourself, what's been the biggest surprise of the stardom? I mean, you've been in this game for a very, very long time. What's been the biggest surprise about it all?
Our own culture don't believe that we could do it.
There's a laundry list of issues, like a very long list of issues that I have with the infrastructure and the system before I get to the culture, right? Like, I feel like there's like a longer list that we're just bypassing.
You know, because they just don't get it. They're like, how you could do this? I mean, like, if I could do it, anybody could do it. You don't have to be the smartest person in the world. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You just got to have integrity and do good business.
If he would have stopped it here, then there's really no argument. But he just had to take it a step further. Now, technically, at this point, if you stop it at this point in the conversation, technically he's correct, right? If you are broke, poor, Black, white, brown, it doesn't matter. If there's a will, there's a way. But here's the problem, okay? If there's a will, there's a way. But oftentimes, and this is where he's about to get to, and this is where he's about to really mess up, okay? You see, often we're asking a particular group of people to be extraordinary to achieve the same results that another group have to be average and ordinary to achieve. And when one group have to be extraordinary to achieve the same results that another group have to be average to obtain, what happens is much more of this group is achieving those results. And they're surpassing the threshold of poverty a lot quicker and a lot faster, and that wealth gap is expanding.
And these doors will open up for you, building great relationships. And I think that's the biggest thing for me, trying to get that negative mindset out of our culture, because they still going back to, oh man, slavery, they did us this. And I'm like, you still harping on that, man. I never harped on that, because I can't change the past, but I can change the future. And I think you got to get used to us being successful. And I think a lot of us, we block our own blessings because we don't think that we could do it because we're looking at a color.
Master P is 50 years old, so you would think he would know better. Slavery was a long time ago, but the effects of slavery is still present today. Systems put in place during slavery to stop black people from creating wealth. We're still being affected by it to this day. Systems put in place post-slavery to stop black folks from creating wealth and created an easier vehicle for white folks to create wealth is still present today. And what I often realize, again, I can't be no hypocrite, because there was a point in my life where I believed to grab yourself up by the bootstraps, until I realized that there's Gorilla Glue at the bottom of them boots that's keeping it to the floor. And no matter how hard you pull, them boots ain't getting up from off that floor. But what I realized with people like Master P, who ran into wealth at a really early age, he never really had to undergo certain obstacles, like just basic level obstacles such as applying for a job and needing a job to provide for yourself and your family. But them jobs is discriminated against you based off your name. You can't even get a call back from the job you want that you're overqualified for because of your name. Or you do an interview and there's people who are less qualified than you getting picked simply because, the person you're interviewing with, like they are prejudiced, and they're racist, right? They disguise themselves in society to where you would never know. You would never understand this, right? Master P never really had to go through that because he got into the drug game very early on, transitioned to music, and now he's rich. And people like Master P don't really believe us when we say, yo, wealth creation is hard out here because there are obstacles we have to overcome. People are taking to social media in droves to criticize Master P for that particular statement. One person says, if you think like this, go ahead and follow me, unfollow me. You're basically saying, F my lineage. I got my piece of capitalism, so I'm good. Somebody says, kind of impossible to ignore slavery while modern day slavery exists in American prisons. One person stated, the negative mindset is rappers encouraging criminality that ends in prison or death. One person says, what's funny is he doesn't even manufacture or distribute his own shoes. Must be his negative mindset. So many of these black celebrities present themselves as bosses and moguls, but behind the scenes, they can't do business without the support of white capital, okay? One person says, why do people always play this? They are harping on slavery-ish in an age where systematic forces have realigned to subvert institutional racial protections. Your own brother is in Angola, a prison still functioning as a slave plantation for a crime in which witnesses recanted.
I love the work that he's doing, but when you think about, again, being yourself, what's been the biggest surprise of the stardom? I mean, you've been in this game for a very, very long time. What's been the biggest surprise about it all?
Our own culture don't believe that we could do it, because they just don't get it. They're like, how you could do this? I mean, like, if I could do it, anybody could do it. You don't have to be the smartest person in the world. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You just got to have integrity and do good business. And these doors will open up for you, building great relationships. And I think that's the biggest thing for me, trying to get that negative mindset out of our culture, because they still going back to, oh man, slavery, they did us this. And I'm like, you still harping on that, man. I never harped on that, because I can't change the past, but I can change the future. And I think you got.
I'm running out of time, but my God, how could anybody disagree with what Master P Miller is saying? How, bruh? And do you guys understand that after he made that interview, he got so much backlash that he had to come out and make a response video? How you Neanderthals can't put two and two after P. Miller, one of us. The brother came for nothing, selling dope. Made himself out to be this, and y'all mad at him for saying 2 + 2 is 4. Roll the clip. This is his response real quick, and then we got to get the Ennis. Roll it.
What's up, y'all? For the ones in the back that can't hear, stop making them false narratives. I love my people. When you talk about slavery, our ancestors been through so much, and we're not going to forget it. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to tell y'all is, even though we're going to always be aware of it, but we have to do something to bridge the wealth gap. That's what I'm saying. We can't change the past, but we can change the future, and we're going to constantly fight and educate our people. But I want to let y'all know, Apple is making $32 million an hour. How do we get a piece of that? Because we need to be able to bridge the wealth gap. That's the only thing I'm saying. And that's the only way it's going to happen. We got to educate our people, and educate our culture. And that's what I'm doing.
P. Miller, I'm going to say this real quick, and we got to get the Ennis. P. Miller, Master P, he literally should sell out his tennis shoe in the next week. But people mad at the brother, and he trying to put us up on game, but y'all rather be mad at him and don't even support him, but you're going to go buy Jordans at night. Well, Michael Jordan is a black man. You can go buy some Jordans, I guess, even though I think he has a piece of it. I don't know if he owned all of Nike and Jordan. But regardless of that, you know, I got some glasses called Cameos. It's a basketball player. I think Strawberry, or I forget his name. He owned that company. I bought them because I wanted to support him. And they the best glasses I've ever had in my life. You could turn it up and down right here. I saw Shaq supporting him. Anyway.
I reject the notion that Master P and Tatum is trying to pass off that black folks don't know that we can accomplish anything we want to accomplish. That's, again, that's just dumb, all right? Of course we know it, all right? There are black billionaires in every field you can think of, every field, all right? Commerce, fashion, okay? Everything, every transportation, every tech, everything, right? There are black billionaires in we know we can do it. That's not the conversation. The conversation here is we don't want to have to try harder than other groups. That's the conversation. You know, why do black folks have to try harder to achieve similar results as other groups? Why do we have to try harder to get promotions at our jobs? Why do we have to try harder to get mortgages companies to approve us? Why do we have to try harder to build wealth? Because there were systems put in place to keep black folks away from wealth creation vehicles. And that's the issue. The issue isn't that of course we know. How can we not know? We've been doing it every day. We've accomplished a lot of great things every day. So of course we know that we can be billionaires. Of course we know we could infiltrate and take over the system. We're talking about, why do we have to try harder? And the longer you avoid that conversation, the more of a disservice you do to your own people, right? Like Master P and Tatum is saying, oh man, listen, man, these folks, man, they just don't know. What? Excuse me? Now Tatum is flexing like he supported a black-owned business. Whoop-de-doo, okay? Like I would hope Tatum, I would hope Tatum, all right? I would just hope, right, that you aren't carrying this hatred for black folks in your real life. I would hope that this is just a grift for you on YouTube and you're not discriminating against black-owned businesses. But under no circumstances, do you purchasing something for $5 at a black-owned business, that doesn't make up for the destruction that you do on a daily basis. It just doesn't. Now, Master P has not responded back yet. I don't know if you would, to be honest. But the noise is getting really, really, really loud, bro. I think that clip that we just played got about 2 million views on Twitter on one video. There's multiple clips reposting it. And people are very upset, man. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? Do you guys believe that Master P meant it in the way that we're taking it? Is Master P wrong? Is he correct? Let me know, okay? If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video right here somewhere on my screen, somewhere here, or here, or here, somewhere on my screen to find out why exactly Lil Durk is getting exposed by his own ops for snitching. I'm going to see you guys in this Lil Durk video. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.